So I'm pulling away from CVS Pharmacy, and I got poison ivy. I just got my steroid. 24-hour pharmacy. I pull up through the drive-through. This is an amazing world we live in. I mean, think about it. If I would have got poison ivy a bunch of years ago, who knows, right? Who knows? But today, I can get to see the doctor. I can get the medicine. I can go to the drive-thru. I don't even have to get out of my vehicle. Zero copay. I mean, what is going on? Here's the point. What does this have to do with life and business? We live in an amazing, amazing time. You are going to have your nieces, your grandkids, your whoever, I don't know, your third cousins come up to you someday, and they're gonna ask to sit on your lap, and they're gonna say this. They're gonna say, "Where were you when the gold rush happened?" And you might say, "Gold rush? What are you talking about?" Look, back in the 1800s, right? At least here in the U.S., we had this thing called the gold rush, and I think a question people would often ask to their elders was, where were you when the gold rush happened? Now, what if you said, where was I? I was throwing hay bales, or I was just shoveling manure. I mean, that would not sound that wise. Here the gold rush is happening, and you're shoveling manure on the farm. But what's interesting is today we live in a digital gold rush. We live in a time that is unprecedented. The opportunities, the technology, the apps, the age of innovation. I mean, the world is flat, walls are coming down. You know the stories, right? You know that the smartphone has more computation power that's available for an 8-year-old than the president had in previous generations. So here's my point. In this land of opportunity with this digital gold rush that is literally spread out before you, what are you doing? What are you doing? And here's the point. Most people are doing nothing because there's too much opportunity. In other words, they're overwhelmed. They're distracted. In my words, they're getting hacked. And if you don't believe me, you got to check out my book, Elixir Project, because it's a fictional story about a near future society where people get their brains hacked. But the truth is that today, people's time is getting hacked. In other words, hacking means that someone gains unauthorized access to a computer or a system. But today, guess what? Distractions are hacking us. We are having other things and other people gain unauthorized access to us, and therefore we're not implementing our dreams. That's a very sad reality. So rather than get discouraged, or rather than this be a downer video, in fact, it's quite hopeful. It's quite optimistic. Here's what you need to do. You need to focus on the next best step. I coach a lot of people through our different programs, and these people often want a checklist. They want, 25 different steps, and I tell them, no. You don't need 25 different steps. You need to know the next best step and take imperfect action. And when you do, you will become an outlier. You will set yourself up for success, because listen, your competitors, they're getting overwhelmed. They're completely distracted because there's too much opportunity. You could be the difference maker. Ask yourself, what is the one thing I should do today? What is the next best step? And then take imperfect action. This is Kary Oberbrunner. Be a soul on fire today. And hey, stay away from that poison ivy. We'll see ya.